People are surprised to know that I'm an artist. I guess being a lawyer is definitely a more left brain activity, even though the type of law I practice is pretty creative. So in general, people are typically surprised to find out that I like to paint. You know, whatever it is that feeds your creativity, you have to let that out. It's like eating or sleeping. For someone who has that creative makeup, you can't do the rest of your work if you're not also doing that creative part. I love being a part of people and their stories. Whether it's while I'm wearing the estate planner hat and telling their story in a more formal way, you know, in legal language, or whether we're doing it at the Amarillo building as part of this iconic piece of Amarillo history, or even at the hotels. You know, hospitality is all about people, and every person has their story. The question I get the most as the mayor, what's the hardest part, or what's the best part of the job? It's the people. The people are sometimes the hardest part, because people are broken, and you know, if we're too tired or we're too hungry or whatever, people aren't always kind, and that can be hard. But the best part of the job is also the people, because they're loving, because their stories are interesting, because they make up the history of who we are and who we're gonna be 50 years from now. And that's what I even love as a painter. I hadn't even really thought about this, but if you look at my art, it's mostly about people and scenes and people doing life together. So I guess I'm a people person. An introverted people person, that's right, yeah. I like to stand on the sidelines the most and just watch. It's not the season I'm in right now. I like being busy, and that I was a busy student. My recollection was that all of those people came out of industry, and I appreciated that as a student, that the college worked very hard to bring industry experience into my classroom, and that was 25 years ago. Of course, now we just talk about hands-on learning over and over and over again. But even then, they recognized the value of having someone who'd had real-world experience in the industry coming in to teach us. You know, you can be the best fill in the blank of whatever you are. And if you're in your head about it and you don't have the communication skills to communicate the knowledge and the expertise that you have, and you don't have the communication skills to connect with the people around you and be in tune to what those people's needs are and their viewpoints are, you're greatly inhibited from having an impact. My definition of success is knowing that I've used my gifts and my talents to do what God's called me to do, to honor my husband, to take care of my kids, and just to serve in my community, whether I'm wearing a hotelier hat, a public servant hat, or a lawyer hat, or an artist hat, just looking to use those gifts and talents to combine with the favor that He's given us to have the biggest impact that we can have. I'm Ginger Nelson. I was at Tech from '89 to '92 in the Mass Comm department, and then I came back to Tech and graduated from law school in 1995.